Hi there guys, Endtime 777. Before we get into this video, just a thought that was in my mind since the beginning of this situation we've been in, 2020, is that there's a certain demon referred to as a moon god stroke goddess, and I had a bet with another demon that the other demon said, I bet you can't convert the entire world to worship you in your name. And this certain demon, beginning with A, ending with A, said, I don't know if that's actually true, it ends with H, doesn't it? And I'm giving it away here. But anyhow, it said, well, maybe I'm not able to convert the entire world, but what I will be able to do is I'll be able to make everybody wear masks like most of the women do in my religion. The other demon just laughed. Well, I'll take you up on that bet. I mean, the first one's pretty outrageous, but the second one, you're going to make everybody wear masks like the women do in your own religion. I'll take you up on that. Yeah, I guess what happened? The entire world has fallen into the hands of that certain demon. So I think that's what's happening, as well this year. Also, one of my other videos on my other channels, referring to an end time vision, which I'll just post below in the toolbar, which you can see the details about staying in your house and all that, and just afterwards the war happening, and then following that the Antichrist revealed to the world. So that's where we are right now in prophecy. We're still at the rapture yet. We're still going to see war before the rapture actually happens. A lot of people disagree with that, but that's what I've been shown, and that's what I'll continue to preach. So this video is especially for the racists in our society. There's many Christian races, actually. Christian races exist in all types of cultures. Hitler was a racist, and a lot of races tended to agree with Hitler because they're also racist. So they want to protect their own race, while they want to use other weaker races to further their agenda. It's a little bit similar to what's happening today. Guilt trips and all that stuff, kind of mixed in with communism as well, which a lot of these big major occultic religions are always communist, with their leaders at the top and you the little people at the bottom. So ultimately, what could be going on now is the racist demons making a bet with each other to see which race is going to kick off first. In this end time scenario, the Third World War, is it going to be the Chinese? Is it going to be the Americans? Is it going to be, who else is left? The Europeans? Who's going to kick off first? Who's going to start this war? Of course, the biggest racist of all, God, is just very happy about, the racists on earth creating, division, even though it's a common knowledge that Satan uses divide and conquer as a strategy to defeat nations, defeat perfectly healthy nations. But he has to deceive them and bring them into subjection, and then just basically put at enmity one another. But that enmity is being put to death on the cross at Calvary, and yet the racist demon just continues that enmity. And of course, as I said, the biggest ultimate racist of all, God, is just all very happy about just the fact that He's happy with the pagan cultures which state that God created the Chinese, God created the black man, God created the white man, which isn't in the Bible. It just says that God created man in his image, and then men just went to different parts of the world and ended up, well, you could call it microevolution, couldn't you? But I guess some people closer to the equator became darker skinned. Those who are in the south and north of the equator are lighter skinned. But that, of course, is a major obstacle to the racist because, they think that God is all about preserving not just their culture, their crappy little pagan culture, but he's all about preserving their colour. Because, of course, God made these colours just as an artist would paint a face white or black or blue or green, just depending on the mood he's in. Of course, that the racist God just did the very same thing, made sure that he planted all the different races in different parts of the world, just so as not to cause any confusion. But now in the last days, such confusion, the fact that there's black people staying in white lands, white people staying in black lands, it's all kind of enmity happening. But of course, it's the Christian God, it's the God of the Bible, of course. Or sometimes it could be the other one, the one we're discussing before. And somehow there's a racist demon within that as well, that, of course, Muhammad Ali or Cassius Clay really just found it necessary to join the Nation of Islam, and because he thought that Muhammad was a black man, of course, but of course he wasn't. If you actually check Muhammad's race, he was a really fair-skinned redhead, it seemed. If you check one of Muhammad's descendants out, you can check it out, you can do the research. He's something like 40 odd generation going back or more to Muhammad. Probably more than that, I'd imagine. But yeah, he's a white guy. Anyhow, let's not get burdened by these things. Let's really talk about the fact that racism is very, very important. As we know, all the funniest jokes are racist jokes. Which, of course, if you said any of these jokes on a platform like YouTube, not only would you be deplatformed, but you'd be made into the modern day, some of the comedians that have lost their way on national television, like Jim Davidson, but who's still got a YouTube channel. But anyhow, so all said and done, when we're all finished killing each other, all the races are finished, butchering each other, of course, when some of these souls reach heaven, there's angels there that just segregates the races. The black people go through the black door, yellow people, yellow door, white people, white door, red people, red door, and so on. Those, of course, that make it into heaven. And that's what we have, of course, that the different coloured gemstones represent the actual colour that you are. Because that's how God is. He just sees people as your race. He doesn't look at the heart. He doesn't look at the character of a man or a person. He can't say that, I'm just going to put this black woman with this white guy, or this black man with this white woman, and I'm going to do it, to glorify myself. The racists, of course, would of course find that preposterous, because God would never do such a thing like that. Of course he wouldn't. God's a racist, of course. So what happens is that when they get to heaven, there's a white part of heaven, which of course is the best part, and then you've got the sort of more sort of populated area, which is the Chinese area. The cooking, they do a lot of cooking and stuff, and then you get the black area, which they like out in the country. A lot of these guys, and they like kind of music, and they like partying and stuff. So that's the black area in heaven there. And then of course you get the red area, which of course they like making the little teepees and going out with nature and stuff like that, and smoking pipes, just the same as they do here on earth. Yeah. I mean, it's really sad that in this day and age, I never thought I'd actually use that phrase ever, but I have. So, in this day and age, that there's still racists within Christianity, and they're on YouTube, and there are people that okay, they've got some good opinions and what have you, but they don't acknowledge their sin before God. Can a racist enter heaven? I can almost guarantee. I can almost guarantee that if any person who's racist in any way, let's say they just make it in through their prayers, I can almost guarantee if they're a black or a white person, that there'll be some form of different nationality or different race there to meet them in heaven, just to see their reaction. Don't you?